All right, everybody, this is Tex with Red Like Reagan. I'm back with another video for you guys today, bringing some more truth in your direction. Today, I'm going to cover the just released body cam footage from August 18th of the officer from Gwinnett, Georgia, that was fired for the video that went viral on TikTok. He tased a lady. Nobody's given the backstory of this. All you see is her get tased and what happened in that small clip on TikTok. I think it's very, very vital that everyone sees this footage of what predated the incident you saw on TikTok and what happened after the incident that you saw on TikTok, because there's more context to the situation than they're giving you on social media. Per normal, you got all these dummies out here throwing a fit, costing this man his job and whatnot. So we're going to go ahead and get into this.
Sugar one for 124. Hey, did y'all call? What's going on, buddy? How you doing? I love that shirt, man. Hello, ma'am. Are you the one that called? Okay, what's going on today?
They do whatever on my car and stuff. I already made a report on these people about damaging my car.
Okay.
And the cop, Officer Trans?
No, I don't.
No.
He may work on a different shift than I do.
You on a different place?
He may work on a different shift and time than I do.
Okay, time. I already made a report. Officer Trans been trying to even get the information, I guess, or whatever, but his supervisor told him that he only could take the report, so there's nothing else he could really do if they're not answering or giving the insurance. They just, just threw juice. They pulled up.
Okay, which car is that?
They left already. They be over there all the time. Look. And he's threatening me like, bitch, come to the car.
Mm-hmm.
And then, hold on. That was the point. I think I did move right
I think I saw something right
there. You
there.
see this all on my car.
Alright, let's go take a look at your car real quick.
And I'm really getting tired of this. Like, them threatening my kids. I need somebody to do something. I already got a trespassing thing on them. So I don't understand what else is it. Somebody got to die first before anything gets done.
Was it just a splash liquid on it, or did they actually?
Soda bottle.
Okay, did they throw the soda bottle?
Yeah, they did. She picked it up, and I recorded that too.
Okay.
Look, when she comes and picked it up, the girl in the black too. And look, when I said, look, and she picking up this, yeah, she picking it up. Look, and this one she's showing it to me like, yeah, I don't give a fuck.
So at this point, this lady has obviously called the cops on the people that are in the house across the road, which was the house involved in the video. She has video surveillance of the suspects. She apparently has previous reports from these suspects. So these people have been menacing her for what appears to be some time now.
Look, she's showing it to me, the girl in the black. Behind the lady in the white is the one that rents that house.
Okay, are they at the house right now?
Yeah, that's all them right there.
Okay.
Oh, no, the
Is this their car right here?
No, the car left.
Okay. It was like I think it was like a Chevy Impala, wasn't it?
I don't know what that is. You can tell? I can't tell car.
It's a Malibu.
It's a Chevy, though, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, and you said they frequent which house? Right
This
here.
house right here.
Right here at the end?
Yeah.
And do you know why this problem is going on?
Because when I literally just got home, I just went to do my hair, and I turned around or whatever to come park right here. These people are sticking them in front of my kids. I got a 9-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Okay.
They just told my son, I'll kick you and all this shit and little bit. What they say to you?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, why do y'all do that to little kids? Like,
okay.
You've got grown adults threatening children. I mean, you have to be a real piece of shit to do something like that.
Do you know the names of these people over
no,
there?
but I have a trespassing thing. I don't know if you can pull that up on my address.
Okay. So when you got the trespass, the criminal trespass against them, were they here? Did the officer issue a copy of that to them?
Yeah, and then they tried to say they wanted to give one back to me, so he gave me one. But he told me it was 2 people but he only gave me one paper.
Right.
Then the next issue is when I told him or whatever, like, really don't pick the paper. I told him the paper, the name that they had on the trespassing paper, whatever, it don't even match the person that was on the card thing. So how does that even make sense?
On the card thing? What do you mean on the card thing?
Remember, this is them.
Okay.
So my last thing, I called.
What is the card thing though? What do you mean by it doesn't match the card
thing with this situation?
Oh, like the report.
Yeah.
Anyways. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a copy of that trespass order?
No, and that's why I was asking if you know who Officer Transit. Because I talked to him already. I was trying to get another one.
Okay, because if he issued a criminal trespass order, you're supposed to get a copy as well as they're supposed to get a copy, and then we have a copy.
Right, I had a copy, right? But I wanted to go get the accident reports. When I went or whatever, he put the situation as me as a victim instead of an accident.
Right.
Car accident.
Well, it's so.
Which, in case I think he might explain it. Hold on.
There's a difference. If they damage your car, then it comes up as a property damage report. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's what that is though. If somebody damages your property, you are the victim because they're damaging your property. If it's an accident report, you're going to be a driver in the report. But an accident report has to be another vehicle hitting your vehicle. So he did it as a property damage report is what that was, which is the same thing. You still call your insurance with it and say, hey, this is what happened. They do all that stuff. Right.
He said he didn't get it, like, I don't know what he said about if it was because of paperwork or whatever, but he was saying, like, when they get the newer car,
right, 613 Cop.
You could just scan it basically or whatever and get the. So when we were talking, he was scanning it and it wasn't coming up because they do shit with cars. They do shit with cars.
What was he scanning?
He said you could just scan the license plate.
Oh yeah, we can run the license plate, but the thing is about running license plates, it brings up the registered owner, not the driver of the car.
And that's why he should have got the insurance.
Right. So they were on scene when the people that were here. Okay, and then the officer was here with them.
No, I called the officer back.
Okay. Okay, so he wasn't able to get their information because they weren't here. He did get their information. Okay, do you have that report number by chance? If you can grab that for me, just so later on I can take a look at that as well. Yep. Because if this is an ongoing problem where it's a matter of
the officers like
right. But and you gotta understand on our end that yes, this is an ongoing problem. We can look into it further, especially if it's continuing like this, and we may be able to work on it a little farther. Right, and we may be able to look into it a little farther now that we have a paperwork kind of trail going on. But when they're not here or something like that, if we can't talk to them and get their side of the story, it's one of those things where we have to report it and right. And the thing is, sometimes they go, yeah, they don't answer the door, whatever it is. We have to be able to get both sides of the story of what went on. So, right, and that's the only way where we can make an arrest on scene. You know, we have to have all that information. Otherwise, what happens is we do the report, and then we send it up to our detectives, and then our detectives take a look at it, and they start piecing everything together. And with this, even if it doesn't go, even if we don't end up arresting somebody today, what may happen is now that I've got a report earlier, and obviously you've had problems with them in the past, I can start putting a collective of how many times we've been out here with them, how many reports have been made about them, and we can start putting the pieces together a little more and bring more evidence for it. Right.
All right, so we have previous incidents, which means they're repeat offenders. The cops have been here on multiple occasions for these people. There's restraining orders on. There's no trespassing orders on these people. They're obviously menacing this lady and her kids, which is pretty much the definition of this. The officer is completing the investigation here. We've seen video surveillance footage that it was these people. She's identified these people as the culprits. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward a little bit, save y'all from watching all this. All right. Here she's just getting the information for the officer. And then there's a lot of small talk here where they're talking about the officer used to live in the neighborhood, so he knows these people are doing bad things, and so on and so forth. Keep going. Trying to get you guys to the incident in question. Just give me time here. We'll get you there. This is a rather long video here. So right here, it tells you the officer had the surveillance video. The culprits actually came and got the bottle from the yard. Uh, and he was directed to the house where the suspects were staying. We're going to pick up the video here and see where it goes.
I don't care if you called me. I'm here anyways. Okay.
All right, so you immediately, upon the officer exiting his vehicle to get on their property, they're hollering, "We don't want you here. We didn't call the police." Okay, well, they may not have called the cops. They don't have to. They're there. He's there to complete an investigation, which is also involved with a previous case. These people are also involved in a previous case, and they have managed to evade any type of investigation whatsoever to continue their criminal acts. Now they're going to tell the officer they don't want him there because obviously they have shown they do not want to talk about the repercussions for the actions that they take.
Okay, I'm here to investigate something. I don't care if you call me or not. I need you to get up and come talk to me. Not you. Okay, I need to come speak with you. I don't care that you didn't call the police. They did. And I have a video. Okay, and I have a video which has you in it.
All right, so right here, the officer has clearly asked this lady to get up and come talk to him. She's refusing to do so. The lady on your right is continuing to run her mouth at the police officer while he's trying to conduct his investigation. No respect at all whatsoever for this officer from the time that he stepped out of his car.
Okay, and I need to investigate what your part was in that. Okay, everyone except for her, shut up right now or go to jail. I don't care. Okay, you can all leave or you can go to jail for obstructing my investigation. You want to go to jail? Okay. Do you want to go to jail? I am trying to investigate something with her. Okay, turn around. Turn around.
Now, at this point, the officer has every right to put this woman under arrest to detain her for obstructing his investigation. She's blatantly obstructing his investigation because he is trying to talk to a suspect. She is running her mouth, trying to block him from said suspect, and continuing to resist after he told her to stop talking and stay out of the situation. That is resisting arrest, people. When the officer tells you to do something and you do not follow those orders, you are blatantly, mind you, ignoring this officer. And she has no regard for anything this man is saying right now.
Turn around. You're under arrest. 613, 10-3.
Right here, resisting arrest. Any movement or action taken to evade a police officer as he is trying to detain you is resisting arrest. I don't give a fuck what you've been told your entire life. They lied to you. You're resisting arrest, dumbass.
Come here. Now I'm here. Now you are under arrest. Come here. I'm here.
And of course you hear in the background, "Hey, y'all videotape this." That's what you fucking people like to do because you want to be famous. You want to disrespect cops. You want to make it cool to be a piece of shit. It's really not. It's old at this point, guys.
Under arrest. Get on the ground. You are on the ground.
Come on now.
Get on the ground. Get on the fucking ground. Get on the ground right now. Taser.
At this point, he warned her, "Get on the ground. Get on the ground. I'm going to tase you." Then he fires. Simple as that. She was told. She kept resisting. She refused to do what she was told. You people always bitch. They didn't de-escalate. They didn't fucking use non-lethals. When the fucking officer tries to de-escalate and use non-lethals, you motherfuckers still have something to complain about. Do you want him to just go in there with some fucking lollipops and say, "Oh, hey, here, let's talk"? No, it doesn't fucking work that way, you morons.
Turn over, put your hands behind your back.
this point, I've been tased. Anyone that's been tased will tell you it hurts like a bitch. Now, he hit her in her, looks like her thigh, from what I gathered on his shot. Yes, she's going to be numb as shit from that side of her leg all the way down. And part of her upper body's going to tingle too. She can roll over to be placed in handcuffs. Don't buy the bullshit that she was tased and she can't move, because you can still fucking move. You can still roll over and do as you're told. She just does not want to cooperate. She's shown that from the time the officer stepped onto her property.
Taser deployed. Turn over. Turn over.
This shit is in my fucking leg.
Get up and move over there, then.
It's in her leg.
Get up.
It's in my fucking leg. You just tased her. Don't touch me. Don't touch.
Resisting arrest. Simple as that. I don't know why people are having sympathy for this woman. I don't know why people are crying out for the officer that he was wrong. The woman has resisted arrest and been blatantly disrespectful the entire time, yet everyone and their mother is on her side. I don't know who raised you people, but they need to be smacked in the fucking mouth for their stupidity. On my fucking neck. Is that just the go-to thing now? Like, we're going to holler about our necks and we can't breathe? Like, is that what everybody's doing now? Because at no point does this officer have any of his lower extremities near her neck. He's kneeled beside her trying to put her in fucking handcuffs and she's resisting the whole time. Ain't got nothing to do with you being able to breathe. He didn't even put his knee on you. Or any other body part for that matter, except for his hand to try to put you in handcuffs.
Stop resisting right now. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hand behind your back. I'm fighting. Shut up. Give me your fucking hand. Give me your hand right now. Give me your hand.
Can I get her phone?
Give me your hand. Give me your other hand right now. Get her other hand. It's already in a cup. Get her other hand. Get her other hand. Hey, Laura.
All right, she's hollering about she can't. Hold on, guys. Let me go back. She's hollering about she can't breathe.
Get her other hand. It's already in a cup. Get her other hand. Get her other hand. Hey, Laura.
All right, at this point, since all these people want to know what they're doing, tell you what they're doing. They're removing her from the bushes because she's under arrest. She's resisting arrest. Anytime these officers try to move her, she's wiggling, trying to move, trying to get away. She doesn't want to be in handcuffs. She doesn't want to be arrested. What do y'all want these guys to do, man? At this point, I'm at a loss for words for police officers. I don't know how they're supposed to do their job. You can't tase nobody. You can't you can't de-escalate. You can't try to de-escalate a situation because they say you didn't do it. I mean, these people here are obviously, this lady's obviously resisting arrest, but the cop's bad. The cop's doing his job wrong. Cooperate. Go to jail. She didn't even have to go to jail. At that point, all she had to do was cooperate with the investigation. She escalated this situation to where it didn't need to be. I'm telling you, the suspect always determines force, and the quicker you people realize that, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
Sir, you're going to break her arm. You're not doing that.
I'm trying to tell you, come up to your feet right now.
Bro, you just said
Turn her over.
Bro, your fucking leg is straight.
What's up?
You still have the taser in her leg is bleeding.
The entire, I don't have any words. How is this cop fired? This lady has been a bitch the entire time. The entire time she's resisting. Why is this man without his job? Someone want to fucking tell me why this man lost his job. Because people don't know how to raise their children to respect the police officers. This is bullshit.
Hey, hand up another like this. Come on and drag. Get her in. I can't fucking breathe. Hey. Grab the car.
Alright. I can't breathe again. I can't breathe again. Ain't nobody anywhere near her neck. This is a Kimura hold. They teach you this in the academy. It's an easy way to subdue a suspect. All you're doing is locking yourself up under anybody that's done MMA or any kind of training understands this technique. It's not designed to hurt a suspect or anyone else for that matter unless you want it to. These officers obviously have it locked in as a way to get her to the car. And this officer has moved his arm up to the back of her head to try to duck her down under so that her head doesn't hit the car as he's trying to get her in, but she obviously doesn't want to go in the car.
Grab us, hey, pull us taser.
Just fucking let. What are you doing? You're snatching it out.
Get her in the car. Sit
Grab
down.
Y'all hear that? You're snatching it out. How else do you remove taser prongs? Last time I checked, that's how you pull them out. There ain't no easy way to pull out something that's been embedded into your skin. Secondly, I heard somebody in the background hollering about grab that. I wouldn't suggest you touch that, but because that's evidence. But go ahead. You can go to jail too.
Get in. Just slam my foot in the car. Put in the car. Get in the car and get tased again.
Whoa, at this point, she's jumping up at the officer. That's assault on an officer. She's making it worse on herself. And y'all fired this man? I'm confused.
That's assault on a Leo right there. Walk up to your neck. Unit Stone 4, I got 1T95. Start me a signal 4 for taser deployment. 1039. I still need to get with the chick in the white. Who are you? I still need to get the chick in the white. She was who I was here to investigate.
Alright, I'm going to pause this here for just a second. This probably has nothing to do with this video. This has nothing to do with this case. This has something to do with society in general. This kid in the white, don't worry about who the fuck I am. That officer asked you a question, son. That's your job. You should answer that question. How about you answer that question? How about we quit teaching our children to be disrespectful to the police officers? How about we teach them that they're doing their job? You just answer their questions and you go on about your day. If you make bad decisions, you got to pay the consequences. This whole I'm a victim bullshit, it's ruining society. It really is.
The other one kept yelling at me. I told her that she needed to stop and leave. And then I told her she was under arrest. And she resisted while I tried to go hands on. So she got tased. The one that just went inside, the one who I need to talk to still. Oh, yeah. I came up here to talk to the other ladies on property damage. And the chick just started yelling in my face. I told her they needed to leave because I was trying to investigate. And if they didn't, they'd go to jail. She kept talking shit. So I told her, okay, you're under arrest. And she started resisting when I went hands on. So eventually I just let her go and said taser. But really, I should take all of them. But I still need to give it the damn chick I was trying to talk to. All she had to do was be quiet and walk away. Yeah. Yeah, I still need to talk to the chick in the white.
I know what went on. I was sitting that corner in the chair the whole time when the big old argument or whatever had went on.
God dang it, dude.
So
I hate having to do that crap.
One 696. You live here? Do you live here? Then you need to leave. Yes. Do you live here? Then you need to leave. You do not live here.
How does he know if he lives there? The dude just told the cop, "No, I don't live here. I don't live here at all. No, bro, I don't live here." Then he finds out that he can't be there. "Oh no, nigga, I do live here." Make up your fucking mind. Quit lying and quit worrying about the police. Let them do their job.
641, signal 83. I still need to get in contact with the chick inside so I can finish this investigation. You want to wait till other guys get here? You just want to go knock?
Somebody needs to stand over there where she is.
Alright, who is she? The chick in the back or what? Yeah. Hey, will you do me a favor? Will you just stand with her while we go and finish this up? Yep. I'm going to leave Carl unlocked. Because I can. Alright, you ready to talk to me now?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm on the phone like
Do me a favor, come sit down for me.
Okay.
Come sit down over here for me.
That's what we tried to tell you. Why is she on the property?
Now that she made her decision.
Okay.
Alright, what happened earlier with the lady across the street?
Okay, this what happened. I'm sitting in the car with the door, sideways. Me, my two daughters, and my son.
Okay, you guys were in the car?
Yeah, I was sitting in the car right there.
Which car?
That car.
Okay, alright.
As she was coming up, she was arguing all the time. Her and my niece had it out. Two of my nieces had it out. There's always something, but I'm always the one trying to go over and talk to her. So today, I don't know what happened. She got behind the tree and was like, "Fuck you." Oh, da-da-da-da-da. So Dre like, "Who you talking to?" She started talking to all y'all, but no one was talking to her but Dre.
Right.
So as they arguing and they doing whatever, she came back and was like, "Oh," she called somebody and said, "Yeah, they got a nigga out here, and I told you before, I need you to handle them. I've been telling you I want you to murk them." Okay, meaning I want you to, do something or whatever. So she arguing, and as they arguing, I'm walking over to her trying to talk to her. She said, "Come in my yard." I said, "I'm not coming to your yard. Y'all arguing doesn't make no sense." I said, "I don't have a problem with you. I'm trying to figure out what's going on because I'm trying to show you the video."
Right.
She's still arguing. "Come in my yard. Come in my yard. Y'all know I'm motherfucking 12. Y'all know I'm 12." Like that. I said, "What is you talking about?" So they still arguing. I said, "Man, whatever." Like that. So I walked back. As I walked back, they still recording like she recording. They going back and forth. They were step
Right
by
now.
step. And that's when you came up and she showed you what
Back up or go to jail. Your choice.
Okay.
That's what happened.
Who was the gentleman or whoever it was
My son and my daughter.
in the Chevy, whatever it was, Malibu or Cruise?
My son was on the passenger. My daughter was on the ride.
What happened with them and that lady?
Back up. She was just cussing with everybody that was out there.
Why did your daughter, she was in the driver's seat, right?
No, my daughter was on the right.
So what I'm getting is, it seems like these families have some history living on the same street, going back and forth with each other. They might be at odds and have issues, which ain't nothing new. I mean, it happens even in the nicest of neighborhoods. You don't always like all your neighbors, but this situation never should have been what it became, ever.
She was driving the car. Why did she throw whatever it was, all that Coke bottle on stuff all over her car?
What happened?
You just made the same dumb choice she did. Alright, listen. Alright. What was this with them throwing a Coke bottle at the car?
Oh, I probably was in the house. I don't know.
Hey, well, why are you on video? You walked up there and grabbed the Coke bottle off the floor. I watched you do it. You were wearing this exact thing.
No, I don't watch Mooney. Did I take something off the, I picked up a Coke?
Obviously, she's not going to admit to picking up the bottle, but if the officer says he saw her, and we have seen in his body cam footage that there is video evidence of said incident, she's just making it harder on herself.
You went over there and were talking to her, right?
No, I went over there to talk to her. I never did that.
All right, do me a favor, sit back down for me.
I didn't pick up anything.
All right. Why were you over there then?
I went over there trying to still talk to her.
Okay.
He said several times they don't argue.
What exactly was said between you and her?
Oh, I was saying it doesn't make no sense. Every time you turn around, y'all argue.
Right.
And she's like, I don't give a fuck. I don't like. She wasn't really listening to me. At this time, whoever she was on the phone with, she was telling them, I need you to come murk them. I don't give a F. I'm tired of all of this. Da, 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 da.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's the neighbors.
Who told the kid that was over there they were going to kick him in the face?
Oh, my son. Because the boy said, I'll shoot you.
Okay, what?
She said, oh. Like it's okay to tell, what did they say the kid was, what, 9? To tell a 9-year-old you're going to kick him in the face? You're a piece of shit. Nobody should be telling a kid of any age that's not 18 years old they're going to kick him in the face. This is just sad, man.
What's your son's name?
Why you need to know all of this?
You just threatened a kid. You said he's going to kick.
Wow, you need to know on this. Bitch, you know what? It's an investigation. He has to have your name, his name, everyone involved in the reason that she called. Alright.
Did you know what the little boy said?
Okay, well, look. And that's why I got to get their side of the story. I got to get your side of the story, and then I got to figure out what really happened, right?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Every time you turn around, my niece have an incident.
But with that, while I investigate it, I have to have everybody involved's name, right?
But they don't stay here.
Clearly, they were involved in it, which means they were involved in my investigation. Because they went and threw a Coke bottle at it, and then your son said he was going to kick a kid in the face.
You didn't throw the Coke bottle.
Okay, but the girl in the driver's seat did. I watched her do it on video. I watched her do it.
But my son didn't do it.
Okay, but you just said your son said that he was going to kick the other kid in the face. So he is involved now. Okay, and like I said, I got to get both sides of the story and figure out what happened. Okay, I saw the video.
Deflecting. Don't nobody know how to take responsibility. Apparently this woman hasn't taught her children to take responsibility because she's still covering for illegal fucking shit that they're doing without letting them take responsibility for their actions. If this is how America is raising their children, no wonder people are out there tearing shit up and not knowing what the fuck's going on with the law. Don't even want to wait for facts. If this is how people are raising their children, nothing that's going on in the world surprises me at all.
Okay, what I'm saying. Okay, look, listen.
What I'm trying to figure out.
Listen, let me talk for a second. So I can understand. So you know what I'm trying to talk about. Listen.
She did the provoking daddy. She did.
Then if you'll let me explain, you'll know what I'm talking about, so I can tell you what I'm trying to ask.
The little boy told Quan, what you looking at? Quan said, little boy, I'm looking at you.
Right. What is your daughter and son's name?
One is Kiwi.
Which one's Kiwi?
Kiwi is the girl.
Okay, how do you spell her name?
K-E-V-I-A.
K-E-V-I-A?
Yes.
Last name?
Thomas.
Thomas?
Yes.
Okay, your son's name?
Quan. Thomas.
I'm sorry, how do you spell that?
Q-U-A-N. Thomas.
Q-U-A-N?
Thomas.
Okay, and do you have an ID with you?
My ID is in the house.
Okay, what's your name?
Do I have to give my ID?
Right now you do, because I need to identify you because you're a part of this.
What? I didn't call the police.
I don't care. You're involved in the investigation now.
How am I involved?
Because something's been alleged against you, which means I need to come over here and get your side of the story.
I don't feel like I have to give anything up when I didn't call the police.
Okay, man, I'm gonna make this really simple. I'm gonna make this.
Oh man.
It's really simple. Look, what's probably gonna happen is I'm probably just gonna make a report of this, and we're gonna be out of here. Obviously, your two friends who made their decisions are going to jail. That's the end of that. Okay, that's here nor there. Don't worry about that. Look, listen. But I do need.
That is my daughter that you tased right in front of me.
You're right, I did, because I told her she was under arrest, and she resisted arrest. Because I told her she needed to remove herself and stop yelling, or she was going to be obstructing my investigation.
That's not obstructing.
She was yelling at me, and I gave her commands to leave.
No, you told her to be quiet.
I told everybody to shut up, because I needed to talk to you. Okay, that doesn't matter.
You coming on her?
She was obstructing my investigation.
How?
Okay.
How? Because the moment he stepped out of his car, she started running her fucking mouth. That's how. She had no intentions on ever cooperating. She made that clear from the moment the officer stepped out of his vehicle. Lady, you got to wake up and stop trying to protect your kids. I mean, I understand, but this ain't teaching them shit.
All right, what is your name? What is your name? I'm sorry? What was your name? Atron, how do you spell that? How do you spell your name?
ATRA.
ATRA? What is your date of birth? You said ATRAN? Or ATRN? I'm sorry?
ATRA.
Okay, ATRA.
Daddy, you have to give all this information if I didn't call them.
Okay, what is your date of birth? Ma'am, what's your date of birth?
I didn't call them.
Ma'am, what's your date of birth?
I didn't call.
Okay, ma'am, what's going to happen is if you don't identify yourself, I'm going to have to take you in so I can fingerprint you and identify you.
Why?
Because you're part of my investigation.
I stay here.
Okay, listen. You're making this harder than it has to be.
Because I didn't.
All you have to do is give me your date of birth, give me your first onion,
give it to her.
and then I'm gonna make a report.
And give it to her. Because when you came, that's how you came.
It's a police report involving all of you.
But what I'm saying is, why do I have to have a police report done when do I have to make a police report done on
No,
me?
you don't get the choice to make it. I'm making it.
Now, at this point, if he wants to, he can get her with obstructing an investigation because she's still refusing to give information. Just a little fat, guys.
She kicked me in the face. Why weren't y'all together?
I was still here because it was just an 88 over there, and he said he was going to follow up. So I was.
Gotcha. I asked him to 59
Right. I'm on
before I came over here.
You got her in custody.
Me.
Everything's checking off fine.
Okay, I figured it was.
It's just anxiety type issues going on right now. You want to keep her in custody or?
Oh yeah, she's going to jail. She kicked me in the face. It's done deal.
Yeah, she checked off fine. So, yeah, we were coming hot.
Yeah, so from what happened before he got here is I went and talked to her. She's got video of it, and she said,
Okay.
The lady in the white over there, she's on the video. She described her perfectly. She said, yeah, she's sitting right over there. She's the mother of the two people who damaged the car, and she came over and was threatening me.
Okay.
So I got back in my car, asked him to 59. I came over here. I walked out. They're all sitting on the patio by the double window, and there's, pretty much all of those people were standing around me at this point. She's sitting down in the chair. I'm saying, hey, I need you to come over here and talk to me about what's happening over here. Everybody starts yelling at me. The one girl who ended up getting tased is me to you, and she's yelling at the top of her lungs, you can't be here, yada, yada, yada.
Okay.
I can't get a single word out. I told them to shut up multiple times so I could do what I needed to do and explain to them what was happening.
Okay.
And she kept yelling, so did the other people. Finally, I said, if you don't stop and remove yourself, you're going to be obstructing my investigation. And if you don't stop, you're going to be... that's not her. I do not yet. I need to get her stuff. I need to get her... No, I'm fine. She kicked me like a forehead, eye area, so... and I told her multiple times, if you don't stop and remove yourself, you're going to be obstructing my investigation, you're going to go to jail. So finally, she kept doing it, throwing her arms up. I said, okay, you're under arrest. Turn around, and that's when she ran to the wall, jumped behind Mom's chair, and was trying to use Mom as a shield. So I went hands-on with her, tried to get her out of there. Okay. And she's fighting me the whole time. Everybody's jumping up on me with phones and stuff. And Mom was on me, too. And finally, I tried to get her to the ground. She gets over into the bushes where you see they're laid down, and she tries to get away from me, so I let go of her. I said, stop right now, get on the ground, taser, bang. And hit her with a taser in the leg. And then she dropped, and that's when me and her were fighting, trying to get her in cuffs. That's when Hansis showed up.
Okay. And this dude,
He just wouldn't give us room to work. He just kept hovering over it. So he just detained to get him out of the way.
okay. So if he's either you're gonna arrest him or you're not.
That's up to him.
Okay. Then pull him out, have a chat with him, let him know what the deal is.
Were you guys able to get her information?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on right here.
Yep. And then if I can, do you guys have her name and date of birth and all that?
I do.
Can you write that down real fast?
Yeah. Just that. Keep stuff down.
That's how it always is, man.
Does she live where this goes?
I believe so.
All
we had to do was listen.
He said it. He said it. And that's the case in the majority of these incidents where there's officer-involved incidents. All you got to do is listen. Simple. Comply. Do what they ask you to do because they want to do their job. They don't want to hurt you. They're not out hunting you. They just want to do their job and go home. But people like this lady that completely disrespect him from the moment he stepped out of his car and think they don't have to do anything the officers asked them because they didn't call them or whatever the case may be. It's stupid. Just listen to the officer, follow orders, and you'll walk out of there. Walk out of there alive or not in handcuffs. Whichever choice you prefer. I think either one would be great.
It would have been extremely simple, and I'd already been out of here and done with the paperwork. And this is why I moved out of this neighborhood. Just to live here. Yep. Okay. I think I've got everything I need for the report. Yeah, she's the only one that's going. The other big suspect detectives, but she's going for felony resistance or felony obstruction, and then ag assault on a Leo. Well, battery on a Leo. Yeah. You know what I mean. So I'm ready to go. I'm gonna go make sure that you're. Oh yeah. I'm good as far as my report goes, and I have all her stuff, and so she's the only one I'm taking. The rest is up to detectives with them.
Okay. So I thought you said the lady had video.
She did. I need to go get that video from her and get the link and stuff. Send that to her.
Okay, so she has video.
She has video of the interaction that happened over here with her car involving the lady in the white and her daughter and son who are 10-8.
Okay.
So they came over and threw a bottle of whatever onto her car, and the other lady came over, and the lady in the white came over and was yelling at them back and forth.
Okay, so who are the people that I'm still confused.
The people that damaged the car are 10-8. It's the lady in the white, from what she said, is her son.
For those of you who don't know 10-8, that means they're off site. They're off scene. They're not there. Still to be determined.
And her daughter.
Okay. So it's her son and her daughter who are not here.
Yes.
And you have all their 39 in there?
I have their name and date of birth, but that's it. That's all she's willing to give me because she's all over the place, not wanting to give me stuff. Apparently there's another report that somebody else on a different shift did too that's got one of their informations in it too that I need to look into.
Okay. So I guess my question is, if she's got video, do we have enough to take charges on her kids?
Yes. If we can surely. She said that the mom says that yes. Earlier the people who drove up there and threw that stuff in the car was her daughter was driving, her son was in the passenger seat. Her son supposedly, what she said that he was going to kick that child right there in the face, which was a threatening part of the call. And then the daughter, who was the driver, on video, you can see her sling a bottle of whatever that landed all over the car. And then the mom came over here and picked up the bottle on video and left.
And what was the bottle?
I don't know. I don't know what she did with the bottle. She's not really willing to talk to me after all that crap.
How old do we have positive ID on her?
I just need to run them, but I have name and date of birth for both of them.
How old are they?
One's like, so we got one is 97, the other one's 95. So, 20-something each.
Let's make sure they come back on file before we do it.
Yep, I'll get
They're
them.
not coming back on file, then we're going to have to go back and have a chat with Mama.
Yeah, I'll run them, but I got to run over there and get the video, get her the link for the evidence.com thing. So, but then I'm out of here. So she's going for felony obstruction and then battery on a Leo.
All right. I'm going to pause the video here. As you can see, there's still some time left on this. We've seen the incident. We've seen what transpired before and after, because I believe that the context before and after is very important. People never give you the context. They just give you a little clip. Probably didn't change anybody's minds. People are going to still say he did the job wrong and whatnot. I personally don't see anything he did wrong. He tried to de-escalate the situation by having the people leave the area from where he was trying to discuss things with the suspect. He asked them to leave. He told them to shut up. I mean, if you want to get anything wrong, you might say he shouldn't have told them to shut the fuck up, but we're all grown adults here. I don't see how that should be a problem. But if you find it as a problem, you find it as a problem, and that's you. You just probably have really different expectations of things. But other than that, I mean, he warned her that he was going to tase her. He tased her. He didn't use any restraints that were going to hurt her or damage her ability to breathe or cut off her existence. Uh, by the book. From what I see, this is by the book. Man did nothing wrong. It's just a witch hunt because it made it to TikTok, because it got millions of views on social media, and people were outraged. So this guy became a sacrificial lamb, and it's absolute bullshit. We're making cops sacrificial lambs all over this country. From this cop here, you got Officer Rolfe in Atlanta, unjustly charged. I mean, it's a war on cops. And this is proof that people should pay more attention to the context of the situation than the little clip that they see on social media. But the brains are too small to comprehend that fact, so this is what we're left with. I will leave the link to this in the description box below. If you guys want to go check out the rest of this footage, I encourage you to do so that you have context and you can make up your own mind from there on how you really feel about the situation, because at the end of the day, it matters where you stand.